if your base is greater than 1, then logarithm of x to the base a will be less than 0, negative, if x is between 0 and 1, your argument. Firstly, the case starts with the base. If base is greater than 1, if your base is greater than 1, then the sign will change according to the argument, x. If your x is between 0 and 1, logarithm of x to the base a is negative. If your x argument is 1, your logarithm is 0 always. And if your argument is greater than 1, logarithm of x to the base a is greater than 0. So here you have some graphs. First one is when your base is greater than 1. We can check if if x is between 0 and 1. X is between 0 and 1. Look, when x is between 0 and 1, your graph is down. It's negative always, okay? When x gets bigger than 1, then your graph starts to get positive, okay? Did you understand?
Yes, teacher.
So according to this, your logarithm is less than 0 when x is between 0 and 1. Your logarithm is greater than 0 when x is greater than 1. If your base is between 0 and 1. In this case, it's opposite. When x is between 0 and 1, logarithm is positive. As you can see here, till 1, it is positive. Then, when x is bigger than 1, greater than 1, it's negative. When x is equal to 1, it's 0. You need to write these two cases. You don't have to draw the graph, but you need to write these two cases, okay? While you're writing, I hope you're writing and you didn't open your cameras. You said that you're from Monday you will open.
Teacher, I wrote it.
You wrote. Did you understand, Salman?
Teacher, not much.
Which part you didn't understand?
When it is up and when it is down. I think if it is positive, it's up. If it is negative, it's down, something like that.
Yeah, it's like that because of y, you know? Y, this is 0, up is positive, down is negative.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Your graph, it's according to that.
Okay, sure, I understood.
Okay, I will write now only the ones who is in the lesson. Then when I will go to school, I will write in the register the absence. So Giovanna is here. Kibarie is here. Yona. Salman. And Rumeysa, huh?
Teacher, we don't need to draw the graphs?
No. We have drawn these graphs. You have them in your notebook. We draw them in the lesson.
Okay, teacher.
Now, if you have written this one, if you have finished, let's solve a question. Here you have a question which says identify whether the numbers are positive or negative. Now, firstly, this one, logarithm of 0.9 to the base 1/2. Which case it is, first one or second one, according to this here that your base is 1 over
The
2.
second one.
If it is less than 1, teacher.
The second one. This A is between 0 and 1.
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
because it's
Then
1 over 2, 0.5.
Then I will check the argument 0.9, and this one is between 0 and 1 here. Yes, because of that, this logarithm will be positive. So I will write 1 A is 1 over 2, which is between 0 and 1. Hello. Then X is 0 over 0.9, which is again between 0 and 1. So from here, this one, so logarithm of 0.9 to the base 1 over 2 is greater than 0. Okay? Did you understand? This is A.
Yes, teacher.
Hello, Alexander, where were you?
I slept, teacher.
Oh, ne güzel. Now with the same logic, check B if it will be positive or negative. Eva, what is A in B?
Teacher is less than 0, I think.
A is the
No,
have anything written in the base?
no, it's nothing written.
So
base.
when what we said, in which case we were not writing base?
It will be A.
When A is 10, we are not writing anything, yes? So if A is 10 is the first case. A is greater than 1. Then what is your X? Argument?
It will be 0.50.
15. Okay. So this one is 0.15 is again between 0 and 1. Yes, so I will go up there to check. When X is between A is greater than 1, here this one, and X is between 0 and 1. What is your logarithm? Less than 0. So logarithm of 0.15 to the base 10 is less than 0. Okay? Did we understand?
Teacher,
Yes.
where did you check if it is less than 0? I didn't get it.
I'm checking firstly A, base.
Yes, I know, teacher. I know till that one 0 is
I'm checking
smaller.
here from the one that we wrote. A
Yeah.
greater than 1, X is between 0 and 1, so logarithm is less than 0.
Okay. Oh, from that. Okay, teacher. Okay.
Yes. It's okay?
It's okay.
Yes.
Yes, teacher, it's okay.
Girls, did you write?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I'm continuing. Alexander, do you remember what you said me on Friday we had lesson?
And what, teacher? About the camera?
Yes, about the camera.
Yes, teacher.
You said that from Monday that you will open, but you're not opening.
I will, teacher.
Right. Inverse of a logarithmic function. You don't have to draw these ones. You have them in your book. You can write the title, then I will show you how we are finding the inverse. If you're, look, this is the graph of logarithm. When your A is greater than 1, this is the graph. Okay, so inverse of this one, look, it's logarithm of x to the base A. Inverse of this one will be this, the symmetry of it, which will be A to the power of x. So the inverse of a logarithmic function will be an exponential function, okay? In the second one also, when it is between 0 and 1, logarithm of x to the base A is here. The inverse of it will be A to the power of x. we'll have some questions like this. If you have written the title, I will show you how we are finding the inverse of a logarithmic function. It says find the inverse of, here you have exponential functions. They are the exponential function and the logarithmic functions, they are inverses of each other. If it is exponential, the inverse of it will be logarithmic. If it is logarithmic, the inverse of it will be exponential, okay? So here we set logarithmic, okay. Now our function is f of x is 2 to the power of x, and it says find the inverse of 2 to the power of x. In these cases, guys, I will equalize this one to y. 2 to the power of x is equal to y. And then I will try to find the x. So how I can find x? If I will convert this one to logarithmic. How I will convert this to logarithmic, Kibariye? If it is 2 to the power of x is equal to y. How I can write this one as logarithmic function? To find x. To say x is equal to, how I will write it?
10 to the power.
It won't be 10 to the power of, it will be logarithmic. Yes, Kibariye, you were saying something?
Teacher, logarithm y to the base 2.
And the base would be
I cannot understand. Let me remind you this one. Do you remember the first definition of logarithm? If it is a to the power of x is equal to b, we said that x is equal to logarithm of
With B.
Logarithm of b to the base a.
yes. This was the first definition of logarithm. So I'm asking the same thing. If you have 2 to the power of x equal to y, what will be x? Logarithm of?
Logarithm of y to the base 2.
Yes, to the base 2. So this is your inverse function. So how will write the inverse function? You'll write the inverse function with f minus 1. This is f. So inverse will be f minus 1 of x. And now instead of y, you'll write x, logarithm of x to the base 2. So if your function is 2 to the power of x, the inverse of it will be logarithm of x to the base 2. Okay? Did you understand? Did you?
No, teacher. Why logarithm of x to the base?
Because you need to write in terms of x. This is the inverse. Here you are finding the expression, and then instead of y, you're writing x here, okay? Because this one gives you the inverse of the f of x, okay?
It's always like that, teacher?
Yes, it's always like that.
Okay.
It's the rule, let me say. It's always like that. Now, if you have written this one, let's see the other example. Here it's a bit different. Again, I will do 3 to the power of x plus 1 is equal to y. Always I will equalize to y, and then my aim is to find x in terms of y. So first I need to convert this one to logarithmic. So it will be x plus 1 is equal to, you know, logarithm of y.
y to the base x plus 1.
No, x plus 1 is here. X plus 1 will stay here. Then it will be logarithm of y to the base 3. Then, because
Yes.
because I'm looking for x, I will take this one to the other side. So it will be x is equal to logarithm of y to the base 3 minus,
Minus 1.
yes. So this one, you can write in this case, the logarithm, your inverse, f inverse of x will be, now instead of y, you'll write x logarithm of x to the base 3 minus 1. You can leave it like this, or with the properties of logarithm, you can change something here. How we can write this one if we'll continue to write more simply or as a
1/2.
logarithm of x to the base 3 minus logarithm of 3 to the base 3, because 1 is logarithm of 3 to the base 3. Yes, can I do this one?
Yes.
Now the
Mhm.
bases are same and they have minus between them. So logarithm of x over 3 to the base 3 can be your inverse function. Did you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. And Ermal came now. Ermal,
Yes, teacher. I just
where were
came.
you, Ermal?
I fell asleep, teacher.
Mhm. So you started not to listen lessons again, huh? Now you are sleepy, you are late. This is important topic, difficult
I
topic.
know, teacher. I know.
Teacher, because of these online lessons are bad idea.
Yeah, it's like that, but what can we do now? You know that it is bad. You know how much you are losing with the online lessons, but again, you're not giving yourself. Look, it's not good also. You need to do something, not only complaining about it's online, it's bad. You need to do for yourself something, because this is important lesson. And this is hard lesson to understand the sign of logarithm, inverse of logarithm, because you haven't seen inverse of a function till now. It's okay, did you finish writing?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We were finding the inverse of exponential functions. Now we have inverse of logarithmic functions. Can you see the question?
Yes.
Okay. Now again, I will start with what is my function? 1 minus logarithm of x minus 1 to the base 2. I will start with this function equalizing to y. Then all my thing is to find x in terms of y. So I need to leave the x alone. I will take, you can, because this is minus logarithm, I can take minus logarithm to the other side, y to this side. So it will be 1 minus y is equal to logarithm of x minus 1 to the base 2. Yes, can I do this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now what I will do to find x alone? How I can leave x alone here?
Log of x with base 2 minus log of minus 1 with base 2.
You cannot
Log
separate
2,
this
2,
one.
teacher.
You
I
cannot
will-
separate this one. If you have multiplication or division, you can do that separation. But if you have minus, I mean, subtraction or addition, you cannot do that one.
Yes.
Always in these cases, you will convert this one to exponential, because in that case, this part will be alone without logarithm. So how I can convert this one to exponential? 2 will take them up. So it will be 2 to the power of 1 minus y is equal to x minus y, x minus 1. Yes? Çocuklar. You need to start to study logarithms from the beginning. Okay? Then I need x alone. So it will be 2 to the power of 1 minus y plus 1 is equal to x. So this is my inverse function. And then I will write it with f inverse is equal to 2 to the power of 1 minus x plus 1. Okay,
Yes, teacher.
Alexander?
Teacher understood till the last part with f of x. How you do?
You didn't understand f of x?
Yes.
You found this one?
Okay.
And then instead of y here, because this expression is your inverse, okay? This one is
Uh-huh.
inverse. So instead of y, I'm writing x only. Okay?
Teacher, we always write instead of yx or
Yes, when you're finding, look, you're starting the function, you're taking the function as it is and equalizing to y, because it's the same, f of x is equal to y always, we are saying. This is the general
yes.
form of functions. So what am I doing? Because it's inverse of this, opposite of it. So I will find x alone. Here it's y. I will find x alone to find the inverse of the function. So what am I doing? I'm doing the operations to find x alone. So I took the 1 to the other side. Here only logarithm I have. X is in the argument of the logarithm. So I'm converting this one to exponential to have the argument alone here. Then you have 2 to the power of 1 minus y is equal to x minus 1. Then because I need x, I will take 1 to the other side. So this expression here, this one, is my inverse function. But when I'm writing the inverse function f of minus 1x, I'm writing instead of yx, and that is the inverse. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's say okay. I don't think that it is okay, but okay. Are you writing now?
Yes, teacher, I'm finished with writing.
Okay, so when we have ln, what we said, what is ln?
A logarithm of e.
Base E, which is Euler's numbers, I think.
Okay, so write this one, this function, in that case. So what did you find? Salman.
Teacher, till now I found that x plus 2 is equal to Euler's number to the power of y. But
Then?
now I should
Okay.
continue, teacher. I didn't.
Yes, you need to continue. Right.
Teacher, the inverse will be E1 plus minus 2.
Okay, let's do it together. ln x plus 2 is equal to logarithm of x plus 2 to the base e, and this one is equal to y. Then because we are looking for x, I will convert this one to exponential. So x plus 2 will be e to the power of y. And then only you will take these 2 to the other side, which will be x is equal to e to the power of y minus 2. Then your inverse function will be e to the power of x minus 2. Okay?
Teacher, should it be okay? Teacher, why did we change
Yes.
from y to x?
Yes, teacher, that part I didn't
It's
understand.
the most unimportant part. If you find
Yes, I asked about it too, teacher, but now I understand.
they are
you have to
asking
write
from
it.
the beginning. Firstly, Giovanna asked in the first question, then you asked in the second one, then I am saying in after every question. This one gives you the inverse of your function because the function is equal to y. When you are changing to x, like we are doing here, we are finding the inverse of it, opposite. Okay? Okay. Do you understand the logic of it?
No, but okay, teacher. If it's like that, I will do it like that.
It's not the thing that you will do it like that. If you don't understand, you will not do it like that. Next lesson, you will forget it.
I won't, teacher. I will remember.
Okay, but let me explain one more time. Your functions are always f of x is equal to y. Yes? So in
Yes, yes.
inverse function, we are doing this operation normally. We are taking y instead of x and we are taking x out. So here, when you will take from this function x out, the expression that you will find will be your inverse function. So we are doing that one, okay?
But teacher, again, in the
Otherwise-
function, teacher, we write
But
f
functions,
minus 1.
oh Salman, functions you cannot write with y. You're writing always with x. Here we are trying to find the expression, how it will be. But when you're writing the inverse, look, f of inverse x. Have you ever seen f of y, something like this?
No.
The functions are with x. Because of that, we have to write with x here.
Okay.
This is the rule. But the main idea is, firstly, we are finding x in terms of y because it gives you the inverse function. Then instead of y, you're writing x. Okay?
It's okay, teacher. I get it.
Tamam inşallah. Haydi bakalım.
I understood, teacher.
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Can I continue?
Yes.
The others?
Yes,
I
teacher.
hope that you're not
Yes.
sleeping, guys.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Haydi. Haydi, because it's important. Now, here you have homework. This is first part of the lesson. To write, to check
Oh no.
less than or greater than 1 or 0 or blah, blah, blah. But I will skip this one. Only, you know what we can do here, because we didn't talk about 1, we talk, or 2, we talk about 0. So, for example, according to the givens that we had in the first part of the lesson, logarithm of 2 to the base 3 will be less than 0 or greater than 0. Check the bases,
The base is
Greater
greater
than
than 1,
then
and
is
x is
Teacher,
greater
it
than
will
1,
be
greater than 0.
so logarithm
less than 0.
log
Bigger than 0. The
2
answer
to
is
the base 3 will be
bigger than 0.
bigger than 0. We are talking about this one, guys, that we wrote. So will be bigger than 0. What about in B? A is 0.
So it will be
Between 0 and
again
1.
bigger.
Between 0 and 1, x is between 0 and 1.
So it will be bigger.
Bigger than
So again, this one, logarithm of 0.14 to the base 0.13 will be greater than 0. What about C?
Teacher, it will be bigger than 0.
Base is greater than 1. X is greater than 1. So logarithm of 5 to the base 4 will be greater than 0. If I will ask question to you, I will ask you to find if it is positive or negative, not like 1 or 2, okay? And in D, A is between 0 and 1. X is between 0 and 1. So it is again, all of them here, it's positive. Okay,
Teacher,
let's see this question.
teacher, can you go back just to take
Y, Z.
down to the end? It's okay.
Okay. This one, I will not ask order, which one is bigger, which one is smaller. Here you have find the inverse of each function. Now I will leave you alone to find the inverse of these functions. If you will solve by yourself, you will understand it. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, so we are finishing the lesson here. Next lesson will continue.
Teacher, all of them are our homework.
Yes, all of them.
Okay, teacher.
Teacher, will you
solve-
upload this video today? I want to see what I missed.
Okay, but if you will trust videos and coming like late or not listen,
No, not because
will
of
not
that.
record anymore.
No, I did not stay because of that. I didn't
Okay.
play my hour.
Teacher, where can we send you the homework?
From WhatsApp.
Okay.